like to talk about an amazing way to deep cleanse the skin, 100% naturally and without stripping in natural oils. Let me introduce to you the oil cleansing method. I've always been one of those people who believed in the mantra that everybody believes in, that if you have oily skin, if you have acne, make sure you go for non-oily, oil-free products. Make sure you don't use any oils. Oil is bad for you. But that was so wrong. When is it that we as a society started believing that in order to have beautiful and healthy skin we need to strip our oils and use harsh detergents in our skin? This is the most fragile things, one of the most fragile things in our body, yet we use all these chemicals from an early age, and then we're surprised that we're getting acne, eczema and all kinds of skin problems. So let me be your guide to the relaxing and spa-like experience of the oil cleansing method. Most drugstore or designer products are highly scented or contain alcohol, and those are two very well-known irritants for the skin. But why would you want to put your skin through such pain? Oil dissolves oil. That's simple chemistry. And I've always known it to be true, but for some reason I didn't want to believe that it applied for my skin as well. Well, it does. When you do oil cleansing, the oil gets into the pores and dissolves all the clogs, and gradually they all come out and you end up having beautiful and clear skin. There's a myth going around that oil will bring you blemishes, and I think that's the greatest myth of all, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was created by all the skincare companies who invented that as a way to make more money by making your skin unbalanced and then selling you more products to solve the problem. Now let's talk about what you're going to need for the oil cleansing method. First of all, you're going to need 2 separate oils at least. The first oil is going to be castor oil, and it's known for its anti-inflammatory, cleansing and healing properties. However, make sure that it is cold pressed and unrefined, because only that kind will preserve all its vitamins, minerals and nutrients. It's often sold in laxative department in the supermarket, but be careful when you get that kind of castor oil, because usually it's refined and not cold pressed. Now, when I started trying the oil cleansing method, I was pretty uncomfortable to use oil on my skin. I was hoping that it would work for me, but it felt quite scary because we're all brainwashed to believe that oil on our skin is bad. So at the beginning I was repeating one phrase: castor oil will leave the body in a better condition than it found it. And this is a quote from Dr. Margary's book, Oil That Heals. And honestly, I kept repeating this like a mantra in my head over and over and over again, just to make myself better. And it was kind of like visualizing perfectly clear skin by saying this to myself. I really believe in visualization. Now, castor oil is great, but it can also be drying if used too much. So you have to use just a very small quantity of it, and we'll talk about the ratios a bit later. And if you use too much of it, you'll just feel that your skin gets dried up, and you will know. Now, the second oil we're going to use is going to be our base, and you can use whichever oil you like. The most popular ones for the oil cleansing method are sunflower seed oil, olive oil, grapeseed oil and avocado oil. Now, I personally have used all 4 and I've loved them all. Some people swear by olive oil, me included, but a lot of other people say that it clogs their pores. Same about coconut oil. So just be careful, and maybe at the beginning stay away from those oils that are notorious for clogging pores for some people, and try to go with safe versions such as grapeseed oil or avocado oil, sunflower seed oil, that kind of stuff. You also need a soft washcloth or a flannel, hot running water, strong hands, because you need to give yourself a nice and long massage. So, what are the right ratios for each oil? Well, that really depends on your skin type, according to a lot of resources. And, well, you know what I think about different skin types. I don't believe that they exist. I think dry skin or oily skin, unbalanced skin is just a reaction to whatever you're doing to your skin. So, in any case, this is an example from the oilcleansingmethod.com. It's probably one of the most famous resources for oil cleansing. Be careful when you look at these ratios, because you might be mistaken about your skin type. Let me give an example. When I started trying the oil cleansing method, I started with a ratio for oily skin. And let me tell you, I failed miserably twice, simply because my skin got seriously dried out. So I had to wait for a year until I could try it again. So really just take it easy, and it's always better to use less castor oil at the beginning, and if you feel that you need more cleansing power, simply add more later. Thing is, if you start with a lot of it at the beginning and you dry out and upset your skin, you'll have to wait for a long time until you can try again, and you might start blaming oil cleansing method for something that it actually hasn't done and it's not even guilty for. So be careful and tread carefully, take your time, and you'll be just fine. Now you might be wondering what ratio of oils I use myself. So here it is. I use 3 parts of avocado oil, 2 parts of grapeseed oil, 1 part of castor oil, and a couple of drops of lavender oil. Now if you calculate the ratio, it's actually around almost 17% of castor oil, so that's somewhere in between dry skin and balanced skin. And I find it works fine for me. And you know, the only way to find the right ratio for you is by trial and error. Make small batches until you find the right ratio, and once you do, make lots. When you're trying out the oil cleansing method, make sure you don't use any conventional skincare together with it. So if you use oil cleansing method, please don't go and use conventional toner, a moisturizer or liquid foundation, because it's simply not going to work. Your skin needs to have a chance to rebalance itself. If you keep interfering with it, it will never be able to do that. If you need some moisture, some nourishment, just use a few drops of your favorite oil and go for some 100% natural mineral makeup, but please don't go for chemical things. Another question you might have is, how often should you do oil cleansing method? Well, it depends. At the beginning I started out doing it every single night, and it worked for me because I had a lot of clogged pores and I felt a lot of clogs coming out every single night, and so I kept doing it and doing it and doing it until I started getting less and less of these clogs every night. And then dryness started to creep into my skin as well. That's when I realized that it was probably time to scale down. So I did. And right now I do it probably once a week, probably sometimes even less. I just really follow my skin, and if I start feeling that my skin is starting to feel a bit more bumpy, that's when I know it's time to do it, time to oil cleanse. So just, you know, I probably repeat the same thing again and again, but just follow your skin, listen to it, you know, touch it. If you're starting to feel bumpy, just do it more often. If you're starting to feel dry, then scale down. Also, don't get worried if your skin gets a little bit oilier for the first few days. That's normal, it's just part of the rebalancing. If you want step-by-step instructions on how to do the oil cleansing method, then check out this video here. Let's talk about why I think oil cleansing method is superior to other cleansing methods. First of all, oil cleansing method helps you combat acne, it gets rid of dryness and makes your skin radiant. It's also completely natural, and it's also very affordable. The oils you need for the oil cleansing method will cost you maybe $10–15, and it will last you for probably at least a year. And you won't need a moisturizer either. The oil cleansing method is the best makeup remover in the world. It will remove everything. Oil cleansing method smells amazing if you use any essential oils, and it's also a super relaxing experience, and it helps you sleep better at night. Finally, your mind will feel so good about using something 100% natural. You won't have to feel guilty about putting chemicals in your skin anymore. Now, let's move on to the cons. Well, there are not many, but obviously, just like everything else in life, it has some cons as well. So first of all, it takes a bit longer than conventional cleansing. But let me ask you this, when you go to a spa, do you complain about how long treatments take? I bet you're hoping that it will take as long as possible because you're enjoying it so much. So why should the oil cleansing method should be any different? It's like a spa treatment in your own house for a fraction of the price. Enjoy it. It also takes some time and some trial and error until you find the right ratio of the oils suitable for your skin. It also takes some time to find the right oils for your skin. But take it as an interesting curve of learning about your skin and your body. It can also take a bit of time for your skin to adjust. So don't be scared if you have a bit of purging in the beginning. That's just all the clogs rising up to the surface of your skin, and it should be nothing major, just a bit of purging. And finally, you might potentially have just a little bit more laundry to do, but if you get 3 or 4 washcloths, then it shouldn't be a problem. You'll simply drop it in with the rest of your laundry a couple times a week and you'll be just fine. I really hope you liked this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. I really hope you're going to try the oil cleansing method because it's amazing. You know, if you have dry skin, if you have acne, if you are concerned about aging, no matter what you have, it's definitely going to help you. I promise you that. If you do try that, then please come and let me know how it went. If you have any questions, if you have any video requests from me, then just give me a shout. And if you want to see more videos like this, then please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! This is the second part of my video about the oil cleansing method.